Disclaimer. Please forgive me now, for there may be mispronunciations in this video. In East Africa, there is a creature known as the Nandi Bear. It takes its name from the Nandi people who live in western Kenya, and it is the area which the Nandi Bear is reported to be sighted. The Nandi people call it Kirit. It is a powerfully built carnivore with high front shoulders that are over 4 feet tall and a sloping back. Stories of the Nandi Bear states that it is fierce and nocturnal and stands on its hind legs and can kill animals. It also likes human brains and is known as a man-eater. The size of the creature ranges from 4 feet to 5 feet. The head is unusually large with powerful jaws, teeth, and it has a stumpy bear-like snout. The ears are small, and its tail is usually reported to be short and tufted or hairy. The feet are said to be large. The color of the creature's fur is a tawny to ginger brown to dark brown. Charles William Hobley authored a diagram of its supposed foot in 1913. In 1961, Gardner Souls noted that sightings were reported in Kenya throughout the 19th and the early 20th century, but it has never been caught or identified. Sightings of the bear creature has decreased over time. In 1983, Richard Hagen speculated that it may have been some kind of arthropod ape now extinct on account of the decreased rainfall. In 1923, Charles William Andrews suggested that it may be a surviving representative of the extinct Chalicodere. In the 1930s, Louis Leakey suggested that the creature's description matched that of a Chalicodere, although the Chalicodere were herbivores. The earliest known sighting of the Nandi Bear was seen by Jeffrey Williams and his cousin while they were on a Nandi expedition in 1905. Although Williams did not report the sighting until 1912. When he did report it, he claimed to have seen an animal that was 5 feet high and that sat like and resembled that of a bear. It was sitting on its haunches near the Sergiat rock. Before he could do anything, the animal shambled away with a sort of sideways canter. A range of sightings occurred during the construction of the Magadi Railway in British East Africa around 1912 and 1913. The most famous sighting was reported by railway engineer G.W. Hikes on March 8, 1913 at around 9 a.m. What he saw, he claimed, looked like a hyena. Hikes realized that the animal was the unknown bear which had been seen. He considered stopping the traveling to the railhead via motor trolley, but quickly remembered that the other engineers were waiting for him. He intended to return to the spot during the return journey to examine the tracks, but they had been washed away by rain. Shortly afterwards, the native servant of a Mr. Ultrabald claimed to have seen a similar creature, but it was standing on his hind legs. A subcontractor, Mr. Kaviagia, had reported seeing a similar animal the previous year. Around 1914, a Nandi bear was reported to have been killed near Kapsawar after killing several villagers. In the same year, a Nandi bear struck an unnamed Kenyan village, where it killed a 6-year-old girl. Colonel Administrator William Higgins was sent to hunt the beast. During the night, an animal with the most awful howl he had ever heard tore down the tent he built and carried off Higgins' dog, leaving behind enormous clawed tracks. A couple of years later, a giant hyena killed 12 cattle near Tuso. And sometime before 1936, a settler in Trans-Nozi claimed to have been attacked by an 8-foot-tall animal like a gray pillar bear, which broke into his hut. Any Nandi bear's tracks that have been described have never had casts made of them, and only one image exists, drawn by Fritz Schneidler. No less than 5 or 6 Nandi bear specimens have been allegedly shot over the years, only to disappear upon being sent to London's Natural History Museum, or in one case the Corendon Museum. Zoologist Reginald Innes Pocock claimed that the reports of the Nandi bear were simply that of a misidentified hyena, specifically the spotted hyena. My only rebuttal to this is that the people of Kenya would be able to recognize a hyena if they saw one, since they live in Kenya as well. However, even in 1932, the Natural History Museum stated that many reports of the creature have been proved to have been nothing more than a spotted hyena. Paleontologist George Gaylord Simpson claimed that the sightings of the Nandi bear were that of a honey badger. Of course, the shaggy sloped back that is described with the creature resembles that of a hyena. But some sightings remarked that the beast reminded them of a baboon, and so some suggest that it may have been the prehistoric Dinopithecus. There has been no scientific evidence that the Nandi Bear exists, and the sightings are suggested to be misidentification of a known species. What do you think the Nandi Bear is? Did you like this video? Want to support this channel and get early access? Feel free to check out my Patreon page where I create content on cryptids, hauntings, alien abductions, serious killers, and much more. Can't support me there? Like, comment, and subscribe here.